Hello everyone, welcome to today's video, which is DiscoBytez answering questions and suggestions. Let's get into it, shall we? So, I'm just going to get straight into the point in the making of this video. It's September 27th, and this is the September update of DiscoBytez. And today, I would like to talk about a variety of things, including support tickets, commonly asked questions, and I will be reviewing and confirming suggestions here at DiscoBytez. Now, before we do start this, I would like to say thank you. I want to say thank you for using DiscoBytez and caring about DiscoBytez. I really appreciate it. Everyone on our team that's on support, we really appreciate it too. Thank you for sticking with us since the beginning. Without you, there wouldn't be any DiscoBytez. And I wanted to say that thank you a long time ago. But sadly, I couldn't because it's because there was a lot of things that happened throughout DiscoBytez and throughout my life that were unexpected. So I wanted to do so. Anyways, if you have any questions, please go on to your YouTube chat and just type anything that you would like or have any suggestions to. I will also be in the general section of DiscoBytez if you would like to hear. Alright, let's start this. So anyways, let's start off with suggestions first that might happen on version 3.0. You know what? As a matter of fact, I'm going to put the most important ones first. I do apologize. So, a couple days ago, I've talked to our developers who mainly develop DiscoBytez about version 3.0. I will say it will be the biggest game changer to everything in DiscoBytez. This is why I wanted to make the video, is because I wanted to see the suggestions that we've been getting, and I wanted to confirm the suggestions. The problem is that DiscoBytez version 3.0, we are working around the clock for it. The problem is that right now development is slowing down and reaching a halt at the moment, but we will continue on striving on and getting our application centers up and moving soon for version 3.0. We are looking for beta testers, so please, if you have any beta testing experience, please join our Discord. It will be in any of our DiscoBytez supported YouTube videos. And I wanted to make that very clear. I know I want DiscoBytez version 3.0 to hopefully at least launch by the end of 2020. But time is effort. And the more time we spend on it, the more effort and the more things we bring to DiscoBytez that are huge improvements and things of that matter. Like, take version 1 through 2.0, for example. I had a YouTube commenter a couple of weeks ago saying that DiscoBytez version 2.0 already looks better than version 1. And that's what we strive here at DiscoBytez, is we want to make improvements as best as we can. And if we are concerned that things don't match up to our criteria, we go and revert those changes back to the original state. And we start off over, and we keep on doing that until we're satisfied that this application center is going to be up to your standards. So that's one of the reasons why DiscoBytez version 3.0 is taking a little bit long. Now let's start off with suggestions, shall we? I already have reviewed some suggestions here, but might as well confirm it. So we have a person named ProvocXDD saying, hello, welcome to to who is reading this, how do we make a group auto ranker for like when you have enough points in a group? Is that possible to do, or enough points from bakery points? Now, to answer this suggestion, DiscoBytez wasn't made for an auto ranker. However, if we are going to do an auto ranker, we're going to need to bring some more developers on our team, which we're already doing. But the problem is we can't find any free developers, and the reason why we can't hire and pay developers for their work is because DiscoBytez is actually open source for everyone. So we actually don't even make a cent or any Robux off of any services here, at least not yet. And we don't plan to for application based services. That's why DiscoBytez is DiscoBytez, because we created a open source platform where anybody can do anything they want with DiscoBytez. Not only that, we don't require any accreditation whatsoever, due to the fact of people trying to scam and people just trying to find new ways to remove that accreditation from us. So we've decided to completely remove our credits on DiscoBytez. So however, accreditation is highly appreciated. If we stumble upon a person who is good in UI and good in scripting, then we'll make sure to contact them soon. That's a good suggestion, Provoc. I'm going to talk with Mr. Bobby the Cat, which is the CEO and main developer here at DiscoBytez, and I hope that we can make an auto ranker in the future. That's for sure. And if we do make an auto ranker, that will be in version 4.0 or 3.5, I believe, if we do. But again, it all just depends with our developer aspect of things. Now we have a suggestion from C4 Motorbiker saying that I came across this application center while trying to learn Roblox and Trello API. And this person has great experience in scripting and things of that matter. His suggestion is that we should make URL embeds for application centers. I think this is a great suggestion. We definitely need to do this in the future, and I think it might be a easy thing to hopefully implement, because we already have the feature where you can replace the @everyone command with anything else. Like, technically, if you don't like the @everyone command, by the way, if you would like to remove that @everyone command from the bot, you just have to watch version 3.5.1. It's stated at the end of the video. But it should be easy to do because you can replace @everyone with the URL embed, or at least format it so it can look like this. So I'll definitely talk with Mr. Bobby the Cat. So hopefully that will be there. This is my friend Ethereal. She said, "Stop removing my messages." I don't know. I think he was joking. And then there was another person saying add a feature where people can submit their answers to the question if the text area is blank. This can help prevent spam. Now, I am going to suggest this with Bobby. It is a wonderful idea. I love it 100%. And hopefully we can get that implemented soon. I'm imagining in my head right now what we can do is we can create an error message that say that, well, you forgot to put a mandatory field in an area. So that will definitely be hold. Thank you for suggesting that __. Okay, so we have a suggestion from Hi saying maybe a suggestion GUI that sends it through a webhook. Now the thing is with DiscoBytez, it can be anything that you want it to be. It can be an application type service. It can be a support ticket type of service. It's anything that you can allow it to be. So that's a good suggestion. I think what we'll do is that, but the thing is I'm a little bit confused because when you talk about suggestion GUI, do you mean suggestion GUI through DiscoBytez or through your group? My brain says it's through the group, which is again great. I'm going to probably cover that soon, how to edit it so you can make a support ticket GUI using DiscoBytez. Okay, we have another suggestion from Irish Jack saying that allow people to change the number of questions. This is actually a good question and a good suggestion here at DiscoBytez. We can allow you to change the questions. We can. The problem is that, to be honest, I don't even know how to change the number of questions here at DiscoBytez. I already asked Mr. Bobby. He said it is possible to change the number of questions here at DiscoBytez. But the thing is that if we change the number of questions, we're editing a lot more because we would have to edit the mainframe of the operation of DiscoBytez, the brain of the operation everywhere. We also have to edit the buttons, the GUI. It's a little bit complex, a little bit. When I say a little bit, it is complex, but it is possible. So hopefully in version 3.5 only version 3.5, we will hopefully have that ability for easier customization and easier to change the number of questions here at DiscoBytez. Bobby, I will talk to Bobby about that. That will be a maybe on my book. Hopefully, it will be implemented here at DiscoBytez. Framed Force says, should have an auto ranker if they pass. That also means making questions multiple choice. I agree with auto ranking as well, and I also agree with making the questions multiple choice. The problem is that we need to again have a bot service that will allow. With auto ranking, there's a process that you would have to do. We would have to you would have to create an alternate account or use your own. But I don't highly recommend using your own. I highly recommend using an alt because at least with that, if someone gets a hold of the alt, at least not a lot of damage could be taken on the account. So anyways, through my point is that with an auto ranker, you would need to provide yourself with your own Roblox account, and the problem, there's so many barriers that we can do with auto ranking, but it shouldn't be really that hard. I'm going to talk with Bobby about that. Thank you for your suggestion. Last suggestion here in our book says when the questions send it, can it be embedded? The thing, questions should be already embedded, but if you're talking about this type of style format where it's just unordered list, then I agree it should be embedded completely. So hopefully, I'm going to definitely talk with that with Bobby. Thank you for your suggestions, guys. I really appreciate it here. Okay, we have our first question from Limes Key. He says, "What is DiscoBytez?" DiscoBytez is a Roblox application center that's open sourced and free for users. You don't have to give us any accreditation. That's why we're different than the most Roblox application companies. We're also open sourced as well, and best of all, we're free. So that's what DiscoBytez is. Thank you for saying your question in the chat box. I really appreciate it. I would like to say this really quick. If you would like to support DiscoBytez in any way, shape, or form, we would like you to join our Roblox development or at least a position here at DiscoBytez. You matter here. People like you matter that help development here at DiscoBytez. You guys matter so much. I'm not kidding. So please, if you want, please help contribute to DiscoBytez. You can help contribute here by finding developers for us to contact, or if you know a developer, please suggest that we have opening positions here at DiscoBytez for free. Uh, Thank you all. I think that's about it. Thank you all for joining this live stream. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you guys for joining in here, and I'll see you guys soon. Thank you all for joining